Hello students, this is Dr. Stephanie Henry and I will be presenting the guided project for PowerPoint Module 1. If you would please stop or pause the video and complete the following bulleted point steps. It tells you everything you need in order to download both the instruction file and the start file. If you're ready, let's begin. All right, so on the left, we have the instruction file, and then on the right, we have the start file. I need to complete my getting started steps, so hopefully you have done this already, where you rename the file, and then you tell your computer where you want it to go. I think I'm going to leave it here. Okay. All right, so in this scenario, we are Carver School Foundation. And I'm going to scroll down. It says, as a member of a Carver School Foundation committee, you are helping to create a presentation that promotes a cooking competition to raise funds for the school's arts wing expansion. It says on slide 1, which currently has no title. I'm on slide 1 because it's highlighted in orange. It currently does not have a title. It says type Iron Vegetarian as the slide title. So here I already have a placeholder that says click to add title. I clicked it and I'm going to type in exactly what it's telling me to type in for the title. And I'm going to be sure to check my spelling. Also, remember as we go, make sure to click save to lock in each change that we make as we go. Then it says as the subtitle, add Carver School Foundation. It has a placeholder already available for the subtitle, so I'm going to type it in exactly how it says, Carver School Foundation. Remember, if the video goes a little too fast, always stop, pause, rewind, and then continue. Number 2 says to begin entering the content of the presentation, add a new slide using the to content layout. I'm going to go to the Home tab, New Slide button. I'm going to click the drop down and I'm going to look for the to content layout. Once I find it, I select it. It added a new slide. Then on number 3, it's going to tell me what to enter. It says on 3A, it says enter events with an S as the title. So in the add title placeholder, I'm going to type the word events. 3B says in the left placeholder, enter a bulleted list. Notice that my placeholder on the left already is ready with a bullet. So I click next to that and it tells me that I'm supposed to type mystery basket, press enter. Then it says with a capital A, appetizer challenge. Then it says secret cupcake, and there again I gotta make sure that I type everything in correctly in order to get all my points. Then on the right in number 3C, it says in the right side placeholder, click and add this bulleted list. So it has creative presentation, press enter. Then it has 3-legged chefs. Press enter, then it says cleanest chef. All right, that is number 3. So I'm gonna click save in order to lock in my changes. And then I'm on number 4. Number 4 says continue entering content by adding a new slide. So this will be a new slide 3. And it says the layout needs to be title and content. So I'm gonna go to the Home tab, New Slide button. Click the drop down. It says title and content should be the layout. So I'm going to click title and content. That is number 4. I'm going to press save to lock in that step. Now I'm on number 5. It says on the new slide 3 that currently has no title, enter the text identifying the judging categories. It says 5A judging categories is my title. So I'm going to click in the title placeholder. I'm going to type judging categories. Then it says in the content placeholder, which this one only has 1, it says enter a bulleted list with the following. So the first one says taste, press enter, variety, press enter, appearance, press enter. Then it says creativity. These will be the things they're judged on. And I have to make sure that my spelling is correct. then press save to lock in the changes we've made. Now it says number 6 with slide 3 still displaying. So we're still on slide 3. We know that because it has the orange border around it in our normal view. And it says increase the indent of the variety bullet by 1 level to show that variety is a part of the taste category. All right, so I'm going to click in front of the V. Okay, currently we have a single level bulleted list, but it's saying that variety is going to be a component of taste, and so it wants us to increase the list level. So I'm going to go to my home tab. Under the paragraph group section, you should have 2 buttons. Hopefully you saw these in the training tutorial, where one says decrease list level, one says increase list level. Here in number 6, it says increase the list or increase the indent by 1 level. So I'm going to click the increase list level 1 time. And now it has made variety a sub point of the main bullet point taste, which is what it tells us to do in number 6. I'm going to press save to lock in the change. Now we're on number 7. All right, number 7 says on slide 4, which has a title of Arts Wing Expansion. It says decrease the indent of the photography bulleted item by 1 level to show that photography is separate from sculpture studios. Okay, so currently photography is under the list or types of sculpture studios, and so it's saying to decrease the indent by 1 level. So I'm going to click next to the P in photography. I'm going to go to my home tab, paragraph group section. I'm going to find the decrease list level because it says to decrease the indent by 1 level. If you rest your mouse on anything in the application, it will give you a little bullet call out to show you what it is. And so now that I know I'm on the decrease list level button, I'm going to click it 1 time. Now photography is now in the primary list level and not at the sub point level, which is what it tells us to do in number 7. So now I'm going to press save, and we're on number 8. Number 8 says on slide 5, so I'm going to click slide 5 to select it and make it the active cell or the active slide. It says on slide 5, which has the title volunteers, it says replace volunteers with contacts in the title placeholder. Okay, what you don't want to do is just go ahead and backspace and type contacts because it specifically says replace, and Sam is very sensitive with your points. So what I'm going to do is triple click 1, 2, 3. It selects the entire line. Then I'm going to go to the home tab, editing section. I'm going to click the drop down. I'm going to go to my replace application, and it says find what volunteers, replace with what? It says replace it with contacts. Because it used those words specifically, replace, we need to find and replace. I can move this to make sure it has volunteers, and then it's replacing with contacts. Notice contacts has a capital C. It has to be typed exactly how you see it here. So now I'm going to say replace, and it did the replace that I want. Now I didn't do replace all in case we have that word somewhere else. It only told us to make that change here in the title placeholder on slide 5. So now I'm done with this. I'm going to close. You can click close here or here. And my change has been made, and I'm going to press save to lock in that change. And that was number 8. So now we're on number 9. It says, you will send this presentation to a graphic designer who requested that you format the presentation with a plain design. Then it tells me apply the office theme to all slides. Okay, so currently this one has a theme. Notice the purple textured look that it has. Let me press save one more time. Okay, so now it says we're going to change to the office theme. So I'm going to go to my design tab, and my themes load. I'm going to click it's called the more button so that I can see all the available themes. Notice at the top it tells me which theme we're currently in, which is the damask theme. And so here it's saying change from this theme to the office theme. And so under the office theme list, the very first one in the first row says office theme. If you're not sure, all you have to do is rest your mouse on it and it tells you the name of each theme. So it says change to office theme. I'm going to click it. Everything's now plain. This is a SAM step where I need my points, so I'm going to press save to lock in my change. Now it says in slide sorter view. This is after number 9. It says in slide sorter view. So I'm going to change to slide sorter view. So at the bottom of your screen, you should have a very thin gray bar that tells you what slide you're on. It tells you what view you're currently in. It should be normal view if you rest your mouse here. The very next one is slide sorter view. I'm going to click to change to slide sorter view, which just shows you all slides at once. It says in slide sorter view, your presentation should look like the final figure on the following page. So I'm going to scroll down to the following page. Mine looks like what they have. So then it says save your changes, close the presentation, exit PowerPoint, follow the directions to upload your work in SAM or submit your work in SAM. So I'm going to press save. And it actually did say close, but you don't necessarily have to close out of PowerPoint in order to upload your work, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to close Word. I already have my SAM pulled up, and so this is the project we're on. I'm on step 2 where I'm going to upload my work. So I have to click upload, then I'm going to have to find where I saved it. It should be in my documents area under Lawson, and it's going to have IL illustrated, and it's project 1A PowerPoint. It says this is the correct file. It's named correct. It's now ready to submit. I'm going to say submit. Now that I have the 3 green check marks, this lets me know that SAM has graded my work. And it is 4 green check marks, but this one was for the file name that we previously saw. But these are the 3 green check marks we need in order to know that SAM has finished grading our work. And now I can view reports. It's in the process of downloading my grade report from SAM. Once it finishes blinking, I can click on it to open it. All right, so it has opened in protected view, which most things from SAM do open in protected view. I'm going to say enable editing so that I can have full access to the document. My last slide should be my grading report, and I can switch back to normal, but notice that it opened up my assignment the same way that I submitted it. So I submitted it in slide sorter view, so it opened it in slide sorter view, but I can go to the last slide in order to see my grade report. And I do see that I have 100, which means that I have completed all of the required steps correctly to receive all my points. So if you did this project with me step by step, you too should have a 100. And don't worry, if you don't, the report will tell you exactly what you need to correct. Just remember, you cannot correct it here in this report because it's a report. You will have to go back to your original file, make your changes, save your changes, and then re-upload it to SAM. I do want to mention this. Sometimes when you have to redo a step, it may overwrite or delete a step. So just make sure that before you use your next submission attempt, check everything to make sure you have everything. Because I have even had to do that where I had to correct a step, but it ended up overwriting or deleting a step, for example, and then you get the one that you missed right, but you missed something else. And I know that becomes a headache for students. So just keep that in mind to make sure that whatever step you're correcting doesn't interfere with another step. Thanks for watching. Bye.